Am I the asshole? For telling my son that he's not coming on vacation because he didn't check his emails? I'm planning a family Thanksgiving vacation and a really good deal came up to go to the Cook Islands. I emailed my son 20-year-old on Friday and called Sunday to see if he wanted to go. He's in college and I'm not wasting money on a ticket if he didn't want to go. I needed to know by today because I have to get visas for my 16, 11 and 8-year sons. Well, he didn't, so I bought the package. Just now he texted me saying he wanted to go. I said too late. Already bought the tickets. Next time check your email or answer your fucking phone. He said most people communicate on text. I said well, most people don't get to go to the Cook Islands. Now his mom, my ex, is trying to tell me that he's Gen Z and text is their primary communication format. Had I texted him, then he would have responded. I said I don't care. I'm well in my 40s and check all of my communication formats because I don't want to miss anything. You're the asshole. I can see why doesn't my kid talk to me anymore? Post in your future. You're the asshole. You act like call me important would be so hard to text. Yes, you're a control freak. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. It's not even a question. Especially by the way you responded. Some people shouldn't procreate. You're the asshole, poor young man. You're the asshole kinda sounds like the son dodged a bullet not having to travel with you, honestly. Yeesh. Not the asshole, it's your money, not his. If he wants to go he can pay for his own ticket, he's a grown-ass man. I'm in my 60s and check email once a day, if that. Otherwise, it's text. That's how the world has moved on, Dad. Even if it hadn't, your punishment is weirdly disproportional. Missing a movie night might be appropriate as a lesson. Cutting your son out of an important family trip, culturally enriching experience for something so petty. You're the asshole, in giant glowing letters across the Cook Islands skies. I hope when you look up at those skies, you really can't stop seeing it. You never wanted him to go. This was intentional and you're the asshole massively. Don't expect your son to maintain contact with you if you keep this shit up. I'm 48 and it's been 4 years since I spoke to my father. I wish I made that decision years ago. Jiminy Christmas, my mother's 80 and she texts all the time. In fact, the rule is that texts are for everyday chit-chat, but if it's serious, you call. The only time my mother or I send each other email is if we're sending a gift card or an online greeting card, stuff like that. You're the asshole. You obviously don't like your son and didn't want him to come, under the guise of let this be a lesson to you. But of course you'll be shocked when he goes LC North Carolina in a year or so. Coming from a Gen Z, all I know is if I have a missed call from my parents, specifically my mom, I call her back. I don't check voicemail or shoot her a text if it's late at night. But she also loves me enough that she won't plan anything until I can confirm, or works around my schedule if needed. Stuck between ESH and YTA. You pretty much win You're the Asshole award. What worse? If he's already in college, you probably know he prefers text over email. Are you effing serious? You probably just don't like texting, 'cause it's what the kids do. So you lashed out at your own son over it. Dude. That's bad form. Kudos for being an R though. Most posts on here I see are like, am I the asshole? Because I think puppies are cute? Or am I the asshole? Because I helped my friend beat cancer? So, at least we got a real one here. You're the asshole who the fuck emails their son WTF? You're the asshole. Shit, Dad. You're the asshole. You could have waited until the end of the day on Monday to buy the tickets. Also, why did you make a different decision for a major vacation? Surely you had to be planning this vacation for some time, but didn't include your son on the planning. Hair. You don't want to miss anything, BC. You're a lonely, miserable man and you're hoping anyone will reach out to you someday. Info, tell me about past enforcement of your I call you pickup rule. I feel like that rule might be unreasonable, but if it's been clearly established and consistently enforced and not abused by you, then not the asshole. If you were just looking for a reason not to buy his ticket, you don't need to come here for your judgment, you already know. So my dad is much older than you, I'm about your age, and he will email me details and then send a text or IM of hey, I sent you an important email. You set him up for failure in such a way you think you will be blameless. Nice try, still an R. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You clearly didn't want him to actually come because you are doing everything imaginable to contact him while still ensuring he won't be likely to respond. What kind of idiot thinks a college student is going to be checking their emails over the weekend? And you called one time? Whoop-de-fucking-do. If you really wanted him to come, you would have tried harder to communicate. You couldn't have sent a stupid text. I'm sure you can find a way to add him. Don't risk your relationship over this. He's 20 and not waiting by the phone for your calls. Add him, enjoy a great family vacation and make some good memories instead of being so stuck in the mud. Life is short, kids grow up. There will be a day when you'll need him. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. I'm in my 40s and my main communication method is text, so your excuse about that is absolute nonsense. You clearly didn't want your kid to come, so did the bare minimum to let him know about it and then booked before he'd had a reasonable chance to get back to you. So, you are having Thanksgiving for the family, but not him, because he wasn't available fast enough? You're the asshole. He had no way to know it was time sensitive if he even saw that you called. And if you hadn't already discussed the possibility, then you decided this on a whim. Not the asshole. He could set up alerts on his phone. My main Gmail, the one people have, not companies, pings when I get an email. You're the asshole. You sound like a huge dick. I emailed my 20-year-old, zany face, crying face, you seem deliberate, maybe he's better off not going with your toxic personality. Not the asshole. You tried all means of communications to get a hold of him. What if it had been an emergency and not a free trip? If he's old enough to be on his own, he's old enough to answer the phone. And to all those saying he's the what is he supposed to do? Let everyone miss out because one person can't get their poop in a group. You're the asshole. Why did you text him to check his email for urgent vacation info? How could he know there was urgent info if you never told him? I would have made contact. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. A text would have taken 2 minutes, and frankly I am older than you and text, not email, things like that. Because it is like a phone. Yes, you're the asshole. Bring your maybe you have moved on with new family you can control, so your son isn't as important. Is that it? You're the asshole. You're the majorly. Be honest here, what animosity did you have with your son prior to this event? Had you had issues with lack of communication and this was your attempt to prove a point? He didn't read an email, over a weekend, or immediately call you back when you didn't leave a message. Does that really warrant the level of contempt you clearly have about this situation? Well, here's one for you. You're the fucking parent, give your kid a break. Are you obligated to put in a little more effort to see if he wants to go? No. Does your rigidity in your rules, and apparent delight in getting to punish him for not responding to you immediately make you an asshole? Yes. You're the asshole, and frankly I wouldn't answer a call from you either. Can't you add a ticket now? Or are you just drawing a line in the sand because you're the asshole? I'm confused. Shouldn't you want to go on vacation with your son? You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You're well into your 40s and claim that communicating by text is somehow out of your wheelhouse. My aunts and uncles are in their 60s and communicate by text almost exclusively. You just wanted to be a jerk. You didn't want to spend money on him and went about it in a sneaky way. Don't try to play the victim now when you got caught.